Hey guys, welcome back to my video. I recently just made a video about unboxing the Google Home unit, and I mentioned in the video that I will be making another video comparing my old Google Home Mini and the new normal Google Home full size or the medium size unit, because there's another one after that, I think Google Home Max. I have set up both of these, so they're both plugged in, but at the moment you can see the lights. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but the lights are sort of amber, so that means the mic is turned off. So I'm gonna leave that on for a second just to show you around what these devices look like. So the normal Google Home Mini is the size of like a little donut, right? So it's got like nice little fabric on top. Underneath you got a grippy surface, so once you sit, it's really solid. It doesn't move around or anything. At the back you've got the charging port, which takes a micro USB cable, and on here you have the mute button, so you can physically mute it, or you can
the mic's back on,
turn it back on. So I'm just going to turn it back off.
The mic's off.
So that's pretty much it, and you got the reset button right there. I don't know if you can see it, but like a light little hole there, I think that's the reset button. So we're gonna put that aside. Oh, by the way, so on this one though, so you don't have any physical controls, but to control the volume you gotta click on the right side, it's the full volume, or you can control on the tap on the left hand side to turn the volume down. You can also tell Google to turn the volume up or down, and like you can say, hey Google, could you please turn the volume to 100%, and it would do that for you. And if you have any notifications come on this one, or the alarm, you can just tell it to, well, in both of these cases you can just tell it to stop, or you can just tap on the Google Home Mini and it would stop that notification for you. Now going to the normal Google Home unit, it's clearly a much bigger unit. This one I think only got one speaker right in the middle, so it's upward firing speaker, whereas this one has okay, I'm probably gonna have to unplug it. So anyway, I'll show you. So this one takes a normal sort of like a pin plug that like we used to have on the old Nokias, and on the back you've got the mute button, so you can click that button to mute it and unmute it. Got a little microphone there. No, I think that's a LED. On the top though you have two microphones, so it's pretty good at listening to you. And you can also take the bottom off, it's magnetic, to change the color whatever you like. As you can see, it's got 3 speakers, and you can just click it back on and it clicks in with the magnet. It also has a rubberized bottom, so it's not going to slip around or anything. For the controls though on this one, let's see, let's plug that back in so while it's starting up. So as you can see on the top, it's got the lights, like the soft lights in under there, LED, they're RGB LEDs. There you go, it's got like nice beautiful colors. It's showing you that it's booting up. And to control the volume on this one, you actually have to slide it, so I'm just going to wait for it to load up. And here we go. So it's
by the way, the mic is on mute. To unmute it, press the button on the back of Google Home.
There you go, so it's telling you the mic is muted, and if I click that button at the back,
the mic's back on.
There we go.
The mic is muted.
Okay, and to control the volume on this one though, so all you gotta do is you gotta slide your finger across, and you can slide it back to turn the volume all the way down or turn all the way up. You can also, if there's something playing, you can
by the way, the mic is on mute. To unmute it, press the
Google
button on the back of Google Home.
So you can tap in the middle of this little panel, it will stop anything that's playing, or you can press and hold, like tap and hold it, and that would activate Google Home without having to give it voice command. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick sound comparison between these two in a minute. But before we do that, I'm just going to talk about what is the big difference between these two speakers. Based on software, there is not really much, right? So they both would do exactly the same thing. Their functionality is exactly the same. The only difference between these two is that this one has a much better speaker, this one has a smaller speaker. But that's not saying that this speaker is actually bad. This is for the size, it's probably one of the best speakers that I've ever listened to. It's a really good speaker, nice and loud and crisp sound. This one just has a little more bass to it. So like I said, for functionality, it would do exactly the same thing for you. They both would give you exactly the same result of whatever you ask them to do for you. So it would come down to your sound preferences and what you exactly need for your Google Home to do. If you just needed to control some of your smart home devices and basically help you out with your day, like setting up your alarms and with your reminders and everything, and just asking it random questions, I think Google Home Mini would do such a great job for you. I've had it for over a year and it's been absolutely great, and I love this thing. I love it so much. I actually can't live without it now because it controls my home devices like my heaters, my fans, and my lights and stuff. And also, like, I set up my alarms on it, so it's been absolutely wonderful. Works flawlessly. But now I wanted it to sound a little bit better, so that's why I bought this one. So like I said, this one's got a better speaker. So if you want to actually have a Bluetooth speaker that actually plays your music and your playlist and everything, or you want to listen to podcast, I mean, for the podcast, even this one is good. But if you want to actually listen to your music, this is the one that you need to go for. And comparing the prices of these, I think this one's almost twice as much as this one. If I had known how good this one sounds, I would have definitely gone for this one from the start. That being said, this is not a bad unit either. So like I said, if you just need to do the bare basics and you don't really care how your music sounds, go for this one because it would do exactly the same job for you for less than half the price. But like I said, if you need a Bluetooth speaker that can actually play your sound for you or your music for you, then go for this one. So now that out of the way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some songs on the both speakers, like the non-copyright ones, and you can compare what they sound like. So to start with, I'm going to play the song on the Google Home Mini, and then I'll play it on the larger one. And by the way, before we get into the whole playing music thing here, just want to make it clear, you need to have YouTube Premium account or Spotify Premium account to actually have the music play on it of your choice. Otherwise, it would still play the playlists for you. It's just that you won't have control of what it is playing. It can still play the radio for you, like anything on iHeartRadio. So you would do that, but you can still use your phone or your laptop and you can cast it from there, any of your music files. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to use my laptop to cast a music file on both of these devices one by one so you can compare the sound. So I'm going to play this song on Google Home Mini to start with and see what it sounds like. Here we go. Google Home Mini, where is it? And it's connected, and there we go. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And now I'm going to play the same one on the bigger speaker. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. So as you can listen, I don't know how well it came in the video, but this difference is very, very significant. I mean, the bigger speaker is on a whole new level compared to this one, so I don't think I'm ever going back to this one for listening to music. So I didn't even know what I was missing until I actually listened to this one now, so it is such a big difference. Let's just play another video to have another quick comparison. So this is the Mini. And now the normal Google Home. Understand together. I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. So yeah, so there you go. It's such a big difference between these two devices, but like I said, the basic functionality is exactly the same. The Google Assistant would do the exact same job for you, whether you're on this device or that device. It would just come down to the sound quality of these speakers that would help you choose what you want to do. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and hopefully maybe I helped you make your decision about which this device you want to buy. And if you agree with me, and if you already own these devices, leave it down in the description, in the comment section. I mean, yeah. So yeah, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.